Alright, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam. We're here with the 11th session of the Planetary Fragments Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. We have Austin as Yarok, we have Ryan as Rin, we have Bob as Jen, and we have Nick as Tana. Last time, y'all split the party.
Kind of. I did no such.
Okay, one person split off from the party. So Rin learned how dangerous lightning dinosaurs are by approaching a group of them solo, while the other three stealthed around to close up about 150 feet of the tear in Giant's Bay, up to the top of a building, though it goes for probably a mile through the city beyond that. Genji did take Ryan into the woods for safety, while the others broke into the Ares building. Yarok, as a weasel, has made friends with looters / cultists, whatever.
I'm pretty sure they're just looters.
Shady-looking fellows who are packing up gold off of a desk in an office on floor 15, while Yen and Tana snuck to the first floor, looking for the sub-level where gear may be stored. Rin has just woken up in the woods, and y'all leveled up to 8.
Ah, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Leveled up to 8.
Oh, right. I was supposed to look up what feat I was going to get.
Okay, so we're going to start with Rin, who just woke up in the woods, while I hand over the player's handbook to...
That's not what all the feats are, though.
I'm glad you gave me the broken one. It felt like 3 inches. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any feats in here that are worthwhile, but it's worth looking at, I suppose.
And there's also...
The other one's dinosaurs.
And technically, I also allow those.
Yeah, finding those might be hard.
Feats in there?
I don't believe they were very good, but they're there.
Yeah, they're there. There's some options. So, Rin, you're in the dark of the woods.
Check my phone.
Had you sent a message? You tried to contact?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah.
What'd I send?
You sent a message last time that was
Probably,
telling us that you were going towards Ares.
yeah. Because I sent that to you and the people on the bridge.
Yeah, because they knew to basically back up. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you have that awaiting you.
I go ahead and text him back, I lived.
That's good. Well, I won't check it. I've specifically silenced my phone, so I don't hear that.
Yes.
Ugh. My phone is inside
You
a
might
bag
want
inside
this.
my body.
So, are me and Genji in a safe location?
Yeah, just deep in the dark of the woods.
If only for that.
Basically,
Yeah, I don't
just
have
sort
those.
of ran you out, avoiding things, and...
Yeah, so the grenade comes back to me. Why would I want the grenade to come back to me, you dummy?
And I throw it, and it comes back. Yeah!
Thrown Arm Master. When you miss with a thrown weapon using a light weapon, the weapon immediately boomerangs back into your grasp. It's a grenade, Dick! No, I don't want it!
Okay, if it do go off and you can somehow... Okay, I missed that one. I'll try again later.
it doesn't go off. That doesn't happen.
If it comes
It
back...
sometimes goes off at the wrong place,
If it
but it always goes off. I have
Once
no rules for
Mr.
dads.
Pin leaves Mr. Grenade, Mr. Grenade is no longer your friend.
Could you deflect missiles it away again? It's back. Deflect missiles. Pow! Trade your reaction for a second roll at that?
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yikes.
Yes, that book's not available on D&D Beyond.
No, it's not.
So give me.
No. It's like, give me that.
I don't have access to these.
Well,
Outside of physical
Go ahead and
process.
spend 10 minutes and I'm going to resummon Genji.
Is that your way of healing, Genji?
Yes.
Womp womp.
You have to go down to the ground for it, because Genji currently has you up in the...
Okay, yeah, if I can get a place where I've got
Yeah.
stable footing.
You're able to, but yeah.
Alright.
So it just eats
And
one of
were
your
you healing
little
yourself?
slots.
Did you have...
Yeah, that was what I did before I checked my phone.
Okay.
Was I used lay on hands.
Okay.
So I do that, spend 10 minutes, resummon Genji,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to take another short rest.
Okay. So you're...
Okay. So I might take that. We've got a maybe. So
Decisions,
far,
decisions.
we have a maybe.
Well, we'll go to... it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of that. Yen and Tana, as you're kind of sneaking around on the base floor, and you're trying to... Basically, you were trying to figure out where on this... Because you're in the bottom floor of the atrium.
Question, with our ability to use hit dice in order to reactivate abilities,
Mm-hmm.
is that would I be able to use an ability in the middle of a short rest, or is it only once?
No, if you're using... Well, I don't think you can... No.
Okay, yeah, that's what I would figure.
Okay.
So you have no idea what you're asking, but not in the middle of a rest.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're not going to be able to get a backup ability as you're using it. I'm not sure if you can use it in the middle of a rest, but for example, if there are some that are, you use this thing during that short, if you do this during a short rest, well, no, you have to wait until your next short rest to...
I was asking as to whether or not I'd be able to do lay on hands multiple times. That's what I was asking for.
So we're in the base area, looking around.
Yeah, so you're at the bottom floor of the atrium, and it goes up some, 30 floors just in open, just balconies that sort of look over here. There's a really decorative kind of thing, like a fountain in the middle, though at this point not running.
Yeah.
Kind of eerie.
Going to...
And as you kind of, you're probably sticking to the outside just to avoid someone looking up, and probably from this angle, both of you notice that there are a fair number, just sort of crossed back and forth, of just silk strands from various levels up above.
So, spiders. I'm guessing these are big enough silk strands that I think giant spider versus actual silk tassels that are just floating in the air.
Yeah, I mean, they're a little larger probably, but there's some distance from you. You're not...
I'll look around, see if I can see any spiders.
No.
No? Okay.
You didn't sense that there was anyone else around.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to roll investigation to see if I can find a entrance into the sub area, and I'll lean back to Yin. Yeah, Yin, and say there might be spiders about. Those giant spiders.
You also saw the silk strands.
No.
So a natural 20, so 28 on investigation.
Yeah, those are spiders.
No, investigating for how to get into where the armory would be.
Yeah, you find basically the door that would lead likely to the basement. Basically, ruling out many based on the types and styles of locks. Basically, walking around, keeping an eye out, and not really disturbing anything until you're like, basically figure out near the back left side, basically a door that is definitely a more secured kind of feel as far as just how the door is locked.
I do first check and see if it's unlocked.
It is locked.
Okay. I'll slowly pull out my thieving kits and...
So 3 turns later, he has his thieving kit out.
A lot of stuff in there, man.
He's making fun of the fact that he used the word "I slowly pull out my thieving kit."
Yes,
That is
sneakily.
That would probably be a better word to use.
I got your meaning. Don't worry about it.
I was just making sure I did not have my gloves of thieving, but no, that is not something I've prepared. I still have Lantern of Revealing. Because I can switch those.
You be fancy.
16. Wait. Is that sleight of hand? No, it's a tool proficiency. That's right. So 6, 11 plus dex. Yeah, still 16.
Glad I decided to wait for you to figure.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. There we go. Said 16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Oh no, now I'm faster.
Mobile?
Yep, mobile.
Mobile!
Wait, but you did not.
Mobile is actually a really good feat.
Is that not an acceptable thing to take?
You just don't need it. You're already mobile.
No, now I have 60-foot movement.
Yeah.
And I can go 180 a turn.
It disables when you're dashing, no difficult terrain, and if you punch somebody, they can't attack opportunity you when you leave.
Yeah, for the rest of your turn. You don't have to hit them, you just have to attack them.
Yes, it's really good. It's actually really
You're
good.
not. You're
I go so fast.
You're not confident it should have, but it feels like maybe this lock has been messed with before, and you managed to get it open.
Like, messed with emotionally. Like a woman told it
damaged.
told it that it loved it and then left it for its brother.
Poor lock. Tragic backstory for this lock you're picking.
It's a screen door. His brother's a screen door. It's not even a proper door.
So after I get it picked, put away my kit and pull out the gun and slowly go forward.
Just putting the door out of its misery.
So he sounds. Okay, that didn't work. Pull out hunting rifle, just start shooting the lock.
Excellent.
Opens?
Mm-hmm.
Take that.
Scan the immediate area.
It is a narrow hallway that lights turned off, goes about 30 feet down, and then starts to descend a flight of stairs that after about 5 feet turn to the left.
Okay.
There are not really attaching, but there are more of those spider webs that are just sort of drifting along the floor here.
Okay. So yes, on edge now. Slowly sneak down to the first corner, peek around.
Got you on edge. All right, so you're up, weaseling about.
Yeah.
They're taking stacks of cash and bagging it up.
Are they filing the proper paperwork for withdrawal to a secure location?
If so, then that paperwork must have already been filed because they're past that step at this point, it seems.
Well, I mean, it should be in this room. I look around for it. I started sifting through papers as a weasel.
I just have this thing of like him pulling out little weasel glasses and it's just like looking at papers and a second they turn around he's just like eating an acorn.
I don't have any
But how did you
acorns.
get an acorn?
It's a good
Maybe
berry.
he brought it in through the window he smashed.
He's over there
I
eating a
still
good berry.
love those morons like, this weasel smashed through a 15th-story window.
Totally normal weasel.
They're both just so
An
dumb.
oddly intelligent weasel, but... Yeah, so you start, you kind of jump off the table there and you scurry up and they kind of look over, but they get back to their counting. They're packing. Sort of looking around. There is a filing cabinet, but there's not really any papers that are currently out. There's also some desk drawers on the desk that they have all the cash piled on.
Well, I start searching.
Weasel
I know
investigation check.
how those work. don't. I'm pretty sure the weasel's better at it than I am. Probably not. Whatever. I get a 15.
So they make side comments about nesting.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about it.
There's your
Looking through, figuring out the filing system here so I can figure out where these papers would be.
Pull out the paper, just put it on the desk.
Going through the file cabinet, you quickly figure out most of this seems to be all the basically printed forms to be filled that are not filled. You don't see anything here that is in this. It's just like a single one stack file cabinet within an individual's office. So nothing really that's filled out that's stored in here.
Well, they should. I imagine you keep it in the same room to make sure that it's all been taken out. So, have they made any chit-chat while I've been here? Anything that would flagrantly
Make
out
a
them
luck check.
as that would flagrantly out them as not employees performing proper duties? 13. Yes, 13. Lucky 13.
On Vic's dice, that's like 100.
Instead of D20, you can't roll 100 on a D20. That's cheating.
Dustin can.
Nothing that's outwardly, nothing that's outwardly stated that they're not employees, but probably enough that you do not feel that what they're doing is employee business at the very least.
Alright.
They're talking about ways to use the money, about basically
spending?
they're trying. Their discussions is on trying to locate artifacts and procure artifacts. So, I mean, potentially something that Ares would do, but not.
Well, if I got
That'd be a little
I
more-
got the bad twinges in my lawful good senses. Is there windows in this room?
Yes,
There are.
big pane windows on the 15th
In
floor.
this, no, in this room that they're counting in.
Yeah.
This office.
Yeah.
Oh. We're up like really high though.
15th floor.
So 150 feet, give or take.
I'm just going to assume that these guys aren't willing to jump out a window to escape me, and I'm going to move over to front of that door, which is closed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They closed you in here.
Yeah. And I'm going to become an orc. I'm going to unbecome a weasel.
I want a perception check to see if they notice.
At first they don't, because that doesn't innately make any noise. So they're still over there counting, backs kind of turned to you.
Lock the door. Just they hear the click.
Just
I don't need to. I'm in front of it.
the door is more than locked.
Yeah, the door's more than locked. I'm in front of it. I intrude upon them and say, gentlemen.
Scatter of coins as they. I knew a weasel couldn't have made that big of a hole. You weasel!
Let's be fair. An orc couldn't have made that big of a hole either, because it wasn't an orc that went through it.
Yes, it was bigger than orc.
It was 2 elves.
And like a flying broom?
Yep. Which is actually a broom. I don't want those fancy dancy what's-its. I went with a classic.
Does 20 hit?
No.
Okay, well he's just fired a pistol next to you.
I informed them that they are dangerously close to committing numerous crimes, and they should present credentials to prove their right to be here and extract funds from this office.
With the rights to be here, or we're here. We won. You lost. Get with it.
Who won?
We did. Here. And he takes like a block of gold and sort of tosses it to you.
I don't touch it.
Well, it bumps against you.
That's fine. It hits the ground. And whose side am I on?
I don't know.
Well, you said I lost.
Loses.
Well, what makes you the winners?
We took in the city.
I think
It's
a
been
bunch
abandoned.
Of dinosaurs took the city.
What do you know? Let's start with the information that you already have, and we're not giving you any.
They really don't understand how this interrogation's going. It's like, you guys suck at being interrogated. You're
You're
terrible.
not there. You're in the hallway, looking around the stairs.
I know, 'cause if I had
try
got
to
it there-
convince them to admit that they're part of the reason why there's a giant hole causing dinosaurs to rampage out.
Make a persuasion check.
I have +7 to that. Which gives me, what's that, 12? 12.
We've done no such thing. We wouldn't be capable.
That sounds reasonable. Well, then, I insist that they leave these here so that the companies can recoup the costs, and I will escort them to safety through one of the local portals. Since they had nothing to do with this,
What's your strength? What's your con?
Just the beefiest
the
mofo.
biggest orc.
Well, I think that's very glad. We're gonna try and bribe the dinosaurs to get out of here, but I suppose that's another way that we could get to safety. Yes.
Well,
Do you have pluses to intimidate at all?
I mean, yes, but
Oh.
I'm not proficient in it
Oh, okay.
because that's kind of mean.
The best part is, since Vic was there the entire time they were counting the money, he knows exactly how much they have.
Well, I know how much they had before they stopped
Yeah.
and scared them.
So we'll just leave this bag here, and you have a way to safety. We don't go through windows.
No, we can go to the ground floor.
Right. Well. Right. Let's go.
You're gonna get hit by a dinosaur.
Yeah, but I'm actually like really tanky.
These two, on the other hand,
Are under his protection.
Yeah, I'll do my best to see them safely to the little outpost camp.
The best part is when me and Nick go upstairs and go, oh, he went into this room, and we just went,
Thanks.
Because I specifically leave all that money just there.
Yeah, you have no reason.
Close the door behind me.
Yep.
That's company property. And yeah, in which case I'll help sneak these guys out.
You make your way back down towards ground level yourself. You guys look around the corner, and there's continuing stairs down for another 15 feet, and it turns again.
I thought we found the armory.
well, we found the door to the basement and the stairs.
Yeah, you're going downstairs.
All right.
And it's full of spider webs, so we go to the next corner,
A door.
check it, and see if it's locked.
This one, you grab the handle and it just kind of, like, there is no inner mechanism that's holding it. It just sort of falls loose, like it has been broken.
Yeah, another door torn apart by betrayal.
I just imagine Ian's commenting behind me, just, what's wrong with you?
What? All things have spirit.
This door, that door, this walkway.
What? I'm a monk.
The walls have ears, man.
Yeah, it could become a Gomi.
So you open this.
Sukugami.
Yeah, pull against the other walls of the doors between me and the opening. It's like, no. So I'm pulling it like this, so.
This is going to push.
Oh, it's pushing? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Because it's a door, not a whatever it is you think it is.
a door that opens towards me.
It's not a refrigerator.
If doors open towards you.
That would.
If you're on the other side of it, it would open towards you.
Yeah.
which is not good fire safety.
No, not here.
I'm just saying,
No,
Osh
this is-
doesn't approve.
This is particularly.
I mean, it's not Star Wars bad, but it's not great.
That's kind of true. We're in a corporatocracy. Maybe this place never had a coconut grove. Because that's where we learned that lesson about which way doors open.
Yeah, it's not the side that people push against in a fire.
Yeah.
Just hold the door closed. Then slowly slice the pie.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
slice
it
the
opens, and from a little bit open, you can see that there is flash of light. Flash of light.
It's a laser gun.
So what is it though?
Weird buzzing. Well, he's only opened the door that much, and he's only seen it bouncing off a wall. Some weird buzzing noise and some with it, sort of electrical interference.
Do I think I should make a intelligence check or something to figure out what that is, or do I open the door more? My character's smart, but I don't know if he can infer anything from this information. I can't.
I mean, if you want to try and make a roll, you can make rolls.
Okay.
It's fine.
20 if it's just straight intelligence.
Yeah, some sort of, I mean, broken light.
Okay. It's like I don't think it's like a laser tripped mine or anything. It's just a desk lamp broken, buzzing and flashing. Okay.
Yeah, you push it open. As you get the door open, there's probably 2 feet forward that it kind of goes, but then it opens up. There is a solid wall on the left that has sort of a decent sized, like, bank vault style kind of door on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the right has just a series of bars along it, and from behind one of those is where this light, this basically overhead fluorescent light that is hanging and kind of swinging back and forth and, basically partially on. As it flickers, lights, I guess probably as at a certain point in its swing, the wires connect with what the power was, and it lights, and then it keeps going, and it's off. And
Mm-hmm.
And you can see from here that basically the door from the barred side on the right is like just broken down and on the ground.
So, door opens, vault door over here, and over here there's just a series
of bars, and it
before the
goes,
door.
and you can't quite see what's beyond them from the.
So as I open that, I would look at the vault doors. That's still intact.
It's physically, yeah.
Okay.
Emotionally though?
So, using the door as a wall, I come out into the room and looking over at the bars and sweeping the rest of it.
Yeah, looking back behind the bars, there's an additional series of shelves on one end, and another row of bars also broken down, and a huge section of shelves beyond there, nearly cleaned bare.
So it looks like someone came in and swept the armory and broke through these, but they didn't get through the big vault door?
You haven't checked the big vault door.
Okay. Well, I scanned this room. Any place anyone could hide currently.
I mean, it's dark. There's lots of clutter. There's definitely spots that could be behind shelves. Nothing bigger than, say, a medium creature could hide. Yeah, there's some spots that a person could be hiding.
Then continue in the room sweeping it until I'm confident no one's in here.
Make a perception.
17.
Yeah. Now for being confident.
I'm gonna go check the vault door, see if it's open or not.
Yeah, basically getting up to the vault door, it is all scorched right around the side where the opening was, and while the handle itself is still locked, it has basically been blasted through, and the wall around it has at parts been cut where it is basically able to just be pulled forward. It is still immensely heavy, and with the way that it is locked, it is weighted to close basically from the man. So it's like you can pull it open, but if you let go, it's starting to close.
Okay. Open that and check in there.
In there are just rows of a series of lock boxes. A few, many of them being just boxes that are that big. And then on one side, you see larger, 2 foot by 3 foot vault things. And all of those doors have been basically blasted and broken off and just sort of laying across the floor and empty. Most of the general lock boxes of smaller amounts are just left intact. They still seem to be closed. And then there's also a filing cabinet that it looks like, like one of the wider things. It looks like basically the doors have been broken, but it still just seems, other than, handfuls of papers that have been scattered to the floor.
Yeah. Someone checked it but didn't care about files.
Yeah.
So we need to go through the lock boxes?
It's like the tiny ones I don't think would have any big portal closing things. It seems more like a bank vault than an armory.
Isn't yours super freaking old?
Yes, it is.
So in that time, don't you think things would have gotten smaller?
In the last 5 years? That is possible, but I don't think, this big, smaller. But feel free to unlock those.
Yeah, I'm going to go start unlocking them.
Do you hold the door?
Well, it can't lock again. We can just push it open. But I'm going through... First, I check the main room.
So that's a no. We're going to get locked in. Good job, Nick.
He lets the door close.
Okay.
Click.
Where are you going while he's doing that?
Back in the main room, see if there's any computers or stuff that I can look up what they had.
Main room being going back upstairs?
I was going to say if there's any computers in the room next to the armory.
No, that is basically, again, that is shelves, reminiscent of a little nicer, a little better setup than the basement floor where you got, your pack as is, but always very much a more secure setup to that kind of feel. Basically, that kind of feel, only behind several locked doors and then a few barred rooms.
They sing to you?
You do find a body as you kind of go over that end. Looks like basically armed guard. Had basically a seat in the middle intermediate locked area, and he was dispatched.
How?
He was
gunshot, arrow,
I was gonna say.
Giant bite marks.
Looks like series of gunshots.
Okay.
You probably didn't have to explain how.
2 bullets to the back of the head. Obvious suicide.
Well, if it was giant rusty arrows, then I would more be likely to lean those demon spiders were in. So far, all we found
There
is
is
webbing.
some webbing into this area, though.
Yes. So there's that, but it doesn't necessarily mean demon spiders. There are other giant spiders that live in the woods, I'm guessing, that are just natural.
Not in these woods. Some woods.
Awful bold you make that assumption.
If my character knows these woods, he would know if they are. So, giant spider webs, unnatural for this area.
Except for that earlier this week when we killed some.
Those weren't natural. Those
were foul beasts.
Yeah.
Hence the concern. So, you guys are
investigating.
That's a real delicate term for the looting that I'm actually doing.
You're investigating for things worth looting.
I might have to put some of the booze out of my bag into the boxes to fit stuff in there. My
I like the idea that you actually bothered to open secure box, take things out, and then put even trade.
Well, more's the point is all those people who are going to get in trouble for drinking on the job. We have rampant alcoholism in this building. No wonder things fell apart. There's going to be a corporate policy.
It wasn't the lightning dinosaurs. I think it was the lightning dinosaurs.
That was a symptom.
So, Rin, you finish your short rest.
Alright. And thanks to our level increase, my lay on hands is healing even more.
Aww.
So I go ahead and give myself another 40 HP back.
What about your, can't you just roll your hit dice, or did you already use them already?
He gets a bigger return doing it this way.
Yeah, you use hit dice in order to refresh lay on hands to get more HP.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, that's was one of his optional rules in this thing, and
Making use of it.
He agreed to it.
yeah, I didn't give myself an option to say no.
What would have happened if it was like optional rule? Oh, Vic's DM. What would you have done then? Would you just be like, I guess this is what I'm working with? Good
Well,
job.
first off, did Vic want that? Look enough, that's not really an optional
I'm
rule.
pretty
However, there are optional rules for rotating DM. In which case, we'd have messed with it.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
That's
And so NPC me
So,
gets all these artifacts
I
because
go-
I'm DM.
that's too many cooks in the kitchen.
So anyway, well now that I've healed back up and I've got Genji refreshed, I guess I can head out. Thinking I don't really have a means of closing a portal by myself because I don't have a proton pack.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing that can really be done that would be any kind of long-term effectiveness with the demon spiders at the moment. So I guess
Did Genji tell you about the demon spiders?
They just sat there for an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
find mentions?
yeah, he'd probably just send it over the telepathic link, stuff that he saw after I got knocked out.
Probably in the, hey, how do I get back to where we were? Recounting the path. Yeah.
Go ahead and open my phone and look up where the Ares building is that they're at potentially.
I mean, you've been there.
Oh, okay. then if that's the location,
Yeah.
it's not a new place.
Mm-mm.
Then,
Nope, that's where you guys had gotten the work
okay.
originally. That's where this whole adventure began.
Then I'll go ahead and head that way. Get on Genji and
Make
Just-
your way. Within the trees or above?
I will fly the pathway that gets me the least amount of lightning bolts.
A little slower within the trees. It's like most likely no lightning bolts this far out, but it is definitely not camouflaged either, so, yeah.
Yeah, rocket motorcycle making his way.
Really, Griffin and Pegasus have the same strength. That seems wrong to me.
Which one would you feel like would be stronger?
Well, Griffin, obviously.
Why?
Look how much bigger it is.
Griffin is bird. Pegasus is horse.
It's lion.
Like its back mule kick is lion, its front slashies is all bird.
I just feel like Griffin should be.
So, you make your way to the front doors. You have a plan for getting past the dinosaurs?
Are there any right there?
Um,
I'm looking.
well, the door is closed.
It's
No
not a big
glass here?
glass front.
No, not right here.
And yeah, look out.
Yes, there are dinosaurs right there, like 6 feet from you.
Did we kill everything up top?
That was a different building.
It was?
Yeah, we just smashed through the 15th floor and just started dicking around in here.
And didn't you only like kill the raptor and maybe have one of the dinosaurs fall off?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we'll have to fly then.
Can you fly?
I don't have wings.
I have an extra 4th level spell slot now that I'm 8th level.
Oh.
And I can summon a creature with wings.
You get. Yeah, I have 4th level spell.
Right then.
Yeah, I can
Weasel
summon
it is, I guess.
No, I'll summon like an actual animal that we can all ride.
Oh, okay.
And we'll fly to safety. We have not seen any flying dinosaurs, right?
You have not.
That shoot lightning yet. And we just fly up high.
So do you go back, you basically make your way up
Yeah.
the other way? Take some time.
Yep.
Back up the normal stairs, and
didn't
it's
think
like
this
there were
through.
like 30 floor atrium, but it's probably a 60 floor building where it is just just flat office suites, and just power is basically out to the main system.
I just see him walking past the employee break room, reaching in, grabbing a box of donuts, leaving money on the counter, and leaving. Just eating the entire way up the stairs.
No, please. The company doesn't provide donuts. Those are brought by an employee, in which case I'm just recycling.
I believe the company had
Depends on the budget. They
poor
might have to
quality pastries, if I remember.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. Is that they
You
had
guys actually had those before. They're actually in that front room up in the lobby. There were some. Yeah.
But they are
But those
like
were officially free.
5 or 7 days old.
Yeah.
But they're so good. Preservatives.
Possibly.
Yeah, they're basically gas station pastries.
Do you not see the orc covered in dirt and wood? I doubt he cares.
Yeah.
I just see him walking up the stairs going, they're stale, but the crunch is kind of pleasant.
Nom 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 nom.
As these two elves are just
I'm
huffing and
resistant.
puffing
I'm
after
resistant to
floor like
poison,
5.
immune to disease. Yeah, resistance to poison, immune to disease. I eat whatever I want.
Raw chicken? I think I will.
Don't mind if I do.
I mean, I've had players that play characters that can eat what they want, and they're like rocks.
Yeah, I can eat whatever I want, literally.
Well, I mean, there was a time where he was just eating watermelons.
Yeah, because they can fit a whole one in.
He could fit a whole watermelon in his mouth, so he's just eating whole watermelons.
Crunch.
Like they're grapes.
I mean, why not?
Anyways,
So we get to a
so
place
yeah,
where I can...
basically make your way now up the zigzag, stairs.
Puff, puff, boys. Exercise is good
Hours
for
up.
you.
They're slightly mumbling a bit behind you.
Don't worry.
I mean, if they try to shoot you in the back of the head, they'll probably miss. And then it'll just be a
Yeah,
bad time
this,
for
this
them.
began with literally the first thing they did was shot at him, and he's just like,
Now, boys.
"They're still armed." They're
Now, gentlemen, let's not be hasty.
Is your shield an arrow catcher again? Or
Yes.
Uh,
I have an arrow catching shield.
I also cast prestidigitation to reduce the ozone smell.
what?
I stink like lightning.
Ozone. That's that smell that after lightning.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't think it lingered.
It doesn't.
he's
Well, yeah,
just pointing
whatever.
out he's smart.
If we get to a balcony or whatever, then I'll...
Basically, you get up to the roof access door.
Is there dinosaurs up here?
No.
Then yeah.
They did not have the ability to fall through a rip directly onto the roof.
Yep.
Yeah, I summoned up Chiromaxis as a Pegasus, I guess. It looks sturdier because, yeah, the picture for Griffin does look a little flimsy.
It's 'cause of the
So, precarious, trying to get 3 of you.
It's fine. I can carry, like, both of these guys.
Now,
I mean, they were elves, right?
Well, yeah, they're what? Yeah, no.
Then,
they're
yeah,
not.
I could totally carry both of you. No sweat.
but
Sit
could
on his
Kirmascus
I
carry
picture each
you?
one on each end.
Yeah.
I imagine so.
It's like, I'm sure that it could carry those two back, but could it carry you and those two?
Oh, you don't have to go with it.
Yeah, that's a good, fair point.
Just fly high and go to that base area that we had set up with the other group.
Garamaxis would know where to go.
Yeah.
You just want to go find your friends.
Them?
Yes.
They went to a different place.
No,
They're in
we're
the
in the
building.
basement.
Oh, then yeah. I go back to, like, the base camp.
Okay.
The outpost camp with the other
Okay,
survivors.
so yes, you do want to leave. Okay. Okay.
I can come back for them after I drop these guys off.
We're just switching
In a
out
safe
one guy for
place.
the next.
In a safe place.
Alright. So you make your way out to do that. So you're messing about.
Trying to find a list or plans for any of these objects that might be able to close stuff better.
If you're looking in the bard section, it's really the corpse that's basically has its chair on top of it and the bars on top of that, and it's like right over there that light is flickering.
Like, I will search through this, make sure they didn't leave anything. Then I guess, I'm going back upstairs to try to find a working computer to get a list of stuff.
So yeah, otherwise Yala shows her at that. So you're continuing. You've found some of it is basically folded contracts. Others is just jewelry and watches, or A lot of them you find are basically pre-portioned amounts of gold with basically contract tied to it that are prepared. So yeah, you're working on it and you just let them know you're heading up.
Yeah, like, yeah, I'm just finding a bunch of contracts in here.
So let's say at this point, we'll give you equivalent of 40 platinum.
Okay.
You're just spending some time, and you
And then the watches and all that stuff?
equivalent of, yeah. I am just liquidizing it. If you want to have the physical watches, I can break that down. But value of,
Okay.
I'll just let you put it in as the cash because
If nothing else, you can break down these nice watches into grenades.
You physically can actually just turn the metals into the metal. Why make you deal with that?
Okie dokie.
It's like you have the power.
Is that all of the...
No, you're still going through, but that's around the time that he's spent his time walking around in that area, determining there's nothing really... Do you let him know there's a dead body out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like multiple gunshot wounds and stuff.
Did you search it for keys?
Now,
You should do that.
go search it for keys.
Does not have keys or its gun, but it does still have its baton.
Does it have a name tag and or license or any...
Yeah, there's a name tag.
Yeah, I'll flip
Carl.
flip open a little notebook, write down his check for a license, and write down that so I can call and say this person died in service to Ares and let them know.
Yeah, you need to pay death benefits.
So yeah, then I wander back upstairs looking for computers at work.
Yeah, so you... And so at this point, you're probably just trying to go into some of the other doors, the less secured, not so much of an office kind of...
While I'm walking, do I still have cell phone reception?
Do you still have stealth on?
Not in the basement area, but once you're up on the main floor, yeah, it's a little spotty, but you got something.
Then I'll check my messages. Ryan, did you leave a message with me that I survived? That's good.
Yeah, I lived.
Yes, at Ares building, vault was broken into. Then I will call up the Hermes Corporation to...
I just text back on my way.
You get no answer. It doesn't go through because that's outside of this area.
Oh,
the cell connections had been broken between the barriers.
Oh.
That's
I
why
thought
you were
they were
able to
spotty.
connect here.
I thought they were spotty, not completely well.
Completely cut off. Until you got here, you had no ability to contact here.
Oh.
And then your phones worked while here to each other, but...
In that case, I will try calling my brother. Once I realize it is a single dome of service, but the service works in here.
Yeah. Yeah, it rings, but it doesn't get answered.
Note down where he lives and prepare to check on that after this.
Actually, it probably rings once and then goes to voicemail.
Yeah.
He's ducking you.
I don't want to talk to him right now.
God, he always makes Thanksgiving so awkward.
And as far as
Talking
I can tell,
about dead
yes,
bodies
the Pegasus
and
can carry
taxidermy.
me.
What?
The Pegasus was able to carry me, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
And the guys.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yeah, I had no doubt it could carry you. I was wondering if it could compare your, 450 butt and both.
As far as I can tell, it can.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently, 5th edition didn't get too crunchy with carry weights and flying creatures. Who would have guessed?
But you sit down at the office and again realize there's no power in the building.
But I know there's some power in the building. That light flickers on and off downstairs.
So, the door opens again behind you. The vault door. I rolled a 1. Let's see.
Very sneaky.
Whoops.
Slips, falls in the gap, the door swings back, cracks its head open.
just spy hard itself to death.
Okay. Well, it gets 3 attacks. So, basically, a weird, metallic, glowing metal chunk hits right beside you on the side of the little drawers that you're checking, and sparks and fire.
Just like
Punches again. Does a 21 hit?
Nope.
Is attack
Again. Yes.
Mm.
Again, the same thing. And then... no, 2 ore. Okay. It's hot.
It's like combat start. Time to overheat.
You snowboarding bond. Oh no!
And you
yeah,
60 feet.
outside. It's too far.
And
away.
also, yeah, he went like
Is it my turn now?
1 hour.
It would be. You see a creature of arcing electricity with a weird face mask floating in the electric pulses, along with a few just like literally plates of metal that kind of move around, as most of this creature is just made from elemental electricity.
Punch the lightning.
I look at it and go, I wonder if this will work. If it will work this time. Banish.
What do I need?
DC 17 will. I think.
Well, will's not exactly a thing.
Wisdom. The same thing. I think. Let me double check before you get all. No, you idiot. Hope you die in a fire. Which is a rude way.
Well, you won't die of fire. You won't die in
charisma.
electricity.
It's a charisma saving throw, not a will.
Charisma.
Wisdom. Sorry.
Ah. DC 17?
Yeah.
I don't know, failure?
Just nothing happens.
No, it failed. It gets banished. Was it of this plane?
Oh, it fails? Yeah, if it's not from this plane, it gets banished.
Well, it gets banished either way.
Are you sure?
If the target is native to a different plane of existence than the one that you are on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space.
Yeah, it's charisma saving throw or be banished, so it's banished.
Mm-hmm.
And if I concentrate for a minute, it's banished permanently. If I get injured in that time, it can come back. And I feel like that's what happens.
Yes.
Is it banished?
Well, yeah. It disappears.
It goes pop.
That was really anticlimactic for something I've been building up for a bit, but yeah.
You
Meanwhile-
aren't from around here.
Poof! Just like swings at me twice and go, fucking rude. Get out of here.
It's like that's
So
rude.
after a minute, it stays gone.
Because I go
So we
back-
just sort of sit there and wait, focus on it. Focus.
it's my concentration's going. I go back to what I was doing.
Okay, well, what check do we make as you try and do detailed and difficult work to...
I believe opening boxes does not break concentration since regular combat doesn't.
Yeah, you have to take damage.
You are physically working to break
Am I-
it.
does it do it- am I
There are
taking
complicated
damage?
tasks that could require you to make a concentration check.
Okay, so I needed to wait for a minute.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't go picking locks or anything.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you realize that there is no power in the rest of the...
Wait,
Go, huh? Weird. Go on with your day.
Wait, the entire power just came back up, or okay? Well, try to find if someone has a laptop, and then I'll bring it downstairs.
For how many days? Bears are dead.
And that's why I'm bringing it downstairs with the charging thing to see if I can find an alley down there.
you can find...
Since there's electricity down there. Of
Exactly.
course.
The lights out when you get down there.
Weird. Were you just waiting for someone to try to use electricity?
Whilst
It's like,
I'm just sitting there like tapping my foot waiting.
Yeah. What's going on? And we're done.
Yeah.
And then I just turn around and get back to what I was doing.
So-
See what's in Nick's hands, just go, battery's probably dead. Go back to what I was doing.
Yeah, I'll go back upstairs and see if I can... I'm going to science and tinker. I'm going to go get all the laptop batteries and set them up in a series to charge one of the batteries.
That's how batteries work. I saw it in Infinite Solutions.
You're gonna daisy chain them together.
Yeah.
To get enough power. I'm smart and I think this will work. If it doesn't, well, I will blow a bunch of this company's batteries.
Also, I mean, push comes to shove, I can just spend an hour praying over them and create a charged battery. I bet it's worth under 100 gold and it's made of mostly metal.
Man, if only you had a lightning creature. I bet you could use that to charge a battery.
Man, I bet that lightning creature's pissed.
Not as pissed as me.
No.
I build them. Wait, let's make it spooky.
Yes.
Boop. Nice God.
And it's gone.
I have nothing to break your concentration.
Fine, I'm gonna make you wait though.
Yeah.
So my character's over there pouting in a corner.
You can basically double what you find over the next.
There's always the one option you can throw at us. Earthquakes.
Gazebo.
Well, you don't
And
want
you
to kill
open
it.
a door for another battery. In the middle of this room is an intricately carved gazebo.
Just dare you enter. Dare you.
And they're lithium ion. Those things can explode.
Okay, so that's all. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the room that Vic was in previously to see.
Unless you want to read through all the papers in the filing cabinet.
Oh no, I stack all those contracts in a big old pile, and just leave them somewhere where if like the building were to fall down or the water would unexpectedly burst, they would definitely get ruined, but it 100% would not be my fault.
Put them inside a dry sink.
Yeah, pretty much. Something along those lines.
Well, they're out of the security box. If the place catches fire, everything in that room's going up anyways.
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the room Vic was in last time I saw him.
Okay. So as you're finally getting some power, basically filtering it through, make whatever tinkers, yeah.
Nice.
As you're getting power through this batteries,
Just copper coils, like, yes, mad science!
I just like...
This is no longer a laptop, though.
It's now a desktop.
Yeah, no. I just need to charge so I can go through some stuff.
With the amount of batteries you have, it's borderline a desk.
Yeah.
So I get it powered on. Does it immediately go to password protectedness?
Of course.
Okay.
Admin 1.
Yes. I'll go through the stupid people thing, like, once,
Password.
and just
Let
see if
me
someone's
in.
stupid.
Admin 1.
Make a luck check.
10.
No.
Oh.
Can he try again, though?
No, at a certain point it's locked out.
Well, I
Contact whatever,
Administrator.
IT.
switch out that laptop, go find another laptop, hook it back into the battery things. 8. How many laptops do I go through before I can't do this no more?
And more importantly, when do I get to the room full of money?
You gotta walk up 15 flights of stairs.
I move at 60. I move at 120 feet at
Are you
turn.
running up?
Yeah. There's stairs.
So you're no longer trying to be stealthy as you have been up until this point.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay, because my assumption is that you are still being stealthy.
Just. You're lucky I can't run straight up walls yet. If I could run straight up walls, I would, because I can do 15 stories in one movement.
Make another. So you get in one.
Start trying to go through, look up stuff on the vault and its contents. If I can get to there, is it nothing?
Nothing.
It's a secretary's computer. All
Yeah,
you get
it's-
is notes and meetings.
That's a lot of meeting notes.
Network's down. You can't get to the shared drive.
Which is where all the data is actually stored.
Yeah.
You could go find the hard drives and take them.
Alright, so we gotta get to the server room. Take the whole contraption of batteries to the server room.
Well, you can take all the You can go into the server room, grab all the hard drives, and sell them back to Ares as a finder's fee for recovering them.
Or you could go start.
Where did you find them?
Well, protecting them.
You could start the emergency generator.
Does my incredibly smart person think there's an emergency generator I could go start up?
Well, more's the point.
Makes sense to probably be something somewhere.
How many
however,
days has it been since they've ran out of juice?
Yeah, it's been probably quite a while.
It's been
1 week, at least.
3 weeks.
Well, I go find it and see if it's just a diesel or something.
Something that you can add gas to.
Yes.
Or hook up your hilarious battery setup to.
I don't think my batteries would pile this gas generator.
So you reach the room that he'd gone into. The door's closed.
Open the door.
No one's in there.
Okay, look around the room.
There's a large pile of gold coins on a desk.
Open the bag that's on the floor.
More money in the bag. It's actually... Yeah, the bag itself is not large enough to fit all of the
Take
coins.
my bag off my back. Bag of holding. How many bottles of booze do I have to pull out? Because I filled my bag with booze. Half? Oh.
Bottles are big and bulky, man.
Okay, I try to pull out... I just pull out half, and then I go through the half and see if there's anything I want to switch out.
So you spend like 20 minutes.
You make your way up to the roof.
Check around, make sure there's no dinosaurs up here.
They're not.
Check in there, see the generator setup we got going on here.
Looks like it's ran out of fuel.
Okay. What it is, a fuel base, and the city probably has more fuel. Fuel doesn't go bad inside a week.
Not inside of a week.
Yeah.
So, how much... I don't know yet, obviously.
I
close that up, I leave that room, and I close the door, and then I go up to the roof as well, I guess.
I text...
Last you remember, he was looking for a computer.
That's true, I go back downstairs.
I text York to ask where he is. Do you answer your phone during flight, or...
It is in a bag. A bag of holding.
No, he didn't.
Then I text Rin, and it's like, if you're on the way here, could you find some gas for the generator?
Okay.
You got sent on a fetch quest.
So you get near back to the city, although definitely with some concerns as far as how you would choose to enter. Definitely not as before.
Yeah. So, go, since whatever the exterior of the city is going to be buildings and then connected to like the highway and stuff, do we've got abandoned vehicles? Or where's a gas station?
Yeah, there are abandoned vehicles. Vehicles are generally not fuel-based, however.
Right, magic.
Yeah.
So where would I find a gas station?
You wouldn't so much find a gas station as what we think of. It would be something that would literally be strolled from like an industrial plant, and it probably would be on the side closer to the bay.
Okay, then I guess I'll head over.
Because a lot more industrial facilities go through it more readily than
head over there if that's where I'm going to be able to find gas canisters.
So they figured out petroleum and refining it into gas and all of that, but we don't have like magic crystals that use as backup generators.
Well, it
Okay.
might be gas we're using gas. I don't know if it's actually gas. It could be magic juice or whatever.
Or is it petroleum-based fossil fuels?
yeah. It's like a gasoline.
So it's actually petroleum-based fossil fuels
Yeah.
as opposed to gas equivalent.
It's gasoline.
It's redstone.
It's liquid Schwartz.
Yes.
Fuel the generator with Brondo.
It's got what engines crave.
Yes.
Okay.
weird.
Electrolytes?
Exactly. Electrolytes.
Yeah.
I know engines. I'm totally.
What you
I'm a
need
car
is
guy.
You need the engine to make electricity, so you give it
Electrolytes. Such a car guy.
That's genius.
It's what engines crave.
But yeah, you get to the where they've backed up the barricade.
Alright, cool. Sit down here, check with them. Like,
Are they the ones you went off with? I'm pretty.
no, these are new guys. They were stuck in one of the buildings, trapped up there.
Oh really? Yep. Stop.
So I had to inform.
Should be safe from here. Backing down the highway away from the city.
There's still dinosaurs in them there woods.
Yeah, I'll take you to the actual portal out.
Right.
I'm just stopping here to check with the guys.
You do know it's like a day trip out to that portal, right?
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I tell them to wait here for a bit. It's a bit dangerous there. I gotta go collect the rest of my people. But you were safe here.
Right.
I make sure the people understand. It's like, these guys clearly aren't super keen on the rules, so keep an eye on them because they didn't understand that certain things are theft. They do understand now, and they're better for it, but you might have to clarify the rules. It was all a mistake. Yeah, we stopped you before you did anything irrevocable. So
Thank you.
You're good.
Appreciate it.
Shoot you?
Yeah, but they didn't
They
hit
missed.
Let's be fair.
They
they're
almost did something. They missed.
They're in an area full of lightning dinosaurs. Someone spookily just shows up. You shoot. You
Yeah.
think it's a dinosaur. And once I saw it was an orc, and he said nicely, "Stop that." They didn't shoot him anymore.
And I mean, they got close. They hit the armor. But otherwise, yeah, I tell them I'm going to click people, but otherwise, I'll be able to safely ferry you back to the portal out.
Good.
And I check my phone. One missed call.
Yep.
Call back.
The vault has...
Are you just waiting on the roof at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems safe. There are no dinosaurs up here, and they're very far down.
I guess I'm searching for Knucklehead floor by floor since I don't know where the hell he went.
You knew where he was going, so you'd probably start with around where he was starting, and you quickly find the battery amalgamation.
You just look at that and say, "I don't want to touch that. That's going to explode."
You don't have phone, do you? Because you
No, I was right. I don't have a phone. I start going up floor by floor. Oh, I try to find a seal.
What?
A seal? Do not cross this, like, little sticker seal. Something that you would put on a door that said this room is sealed.
Like tape?
No,
Like a what, floor sign?
No, like when a seal that says like this room is sealed off, so that you would have to break that seal to enter the room.
So tape?
Okay, go back to the room that I was in, and I taped it, and I'll tape it like around the edges, and then I'll tape a sign to it that says this room is sealed, do not enter. Evidence. Because of evidence.
A cop Bob is not.
A cop Bob is not. However, I'm pretty sure lawful good guy won't go back into the room. It's been sealed.
I mean, I have to correct the grammar. That's not a proper warning.
Yeah, but that's just refilling out the piece of paper, not breaking the seal.
There's no reason to go back in there.
Sealed for evidence.
Which makes
You
sense.
monster!
And the
Because of
the better point is, I'm so proud of you for taking steps to ensure the proper lawful action.
For the record, once he leaves, I'm going to try to sneak back down here and break the seal. And then
Once he
leave.
sees it, then break it.
Once we're leaving.
So he's not a monster. He's a double monster.
The room has been sealed. The seal was broken.
I witnessed it, man. We left all that money in there. I can fully swear in a zone of truth that that's true.
So yeah, I'll let...
So yeah, since I can't find Knucklehead, I'm going to spend my time covering up my removal of company assets.
Go back down to the vault, wipe down for prints and stuff.
A good thing the cameras can't record you right now.
Yeah, building don't got power.
So you find some fuel.
Nice. Then I can go ahead and head over.
Yeah. Basically, just literally at some of the stations down there, basically from flying up on top of a roof or so, you can find somewhere that's just storing it along their generators that haven't been used.
Okay.
While I'm just up here waiting for people to show up, I start playing with the proton pack again. Try to see if I can figure out that last setting.
What ones do you have so far?
Object, portal, shrink, and grow.
Oh, this is what you're looking for. The fifth one is seal.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so eventually, once I'm done covering up for my crimes,
Okay.
how long do I have before? Because I will go and wipe down the rest of the area for
I
prints.
mean, you have lots of time.
Okay.
Because he's waiting on the roof. There's actually nobody else in the building.
Okay, so I'm going to go through and
That we know about.
wipe my prints off of the...
You always want to add that vague ominous to the end of all statements. There are no traps that you find.
I also seal the vault in a similar way. Like, do not open due to evidence.
I wonder if the seal function will work on the entire terror since you're just shrinking.
Yeah. It's like, after this, now I have the option for seal portal. We need to fly back over there and try this again.
And, yeah, then I go back up to the roof.
And then we might be able to see some more stuff with your, mirror ball vision that you get.
Oh yeah. I'll throw on shrink grow for portal search and look around.
I mean, right here, you're not near anything.
Okay. I also, go put down an object and seal object to see what happens. Can I move it afterwards, or?
No, it just
Right,
turns
what do
into
you
a
put
cute
down? What do
water
you-
dog.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, like a soda can, or
You have a soda can?
probably have an empty water
Bottle of booze.
I have an empty water bottle in my bag. Put that down.
You put tape on it.
Perfectly sealed.
Then I hit it with seal object.
Make sure to loosen the lid just a little bit.
It's been sealed so tight that no man may open it. How do we get out?
No man. Do we have a lady? That is not the man I meant.
I'm an elf.
Yeah,
You
so
get
you-
the point!
Hold on. Is our lady the strongest? Do you have like a 22 in strength?
No, I got a 16.
Charisma.
Oh. Okay. Yes, you're a charisma fighter.
So what were you sealing?
Empty water bottle.
Okay.
Can I pick it up, move it, open it?
As you try and open it, you find that it's just the plastic just turns.
It's fused.
Yeah. The plastic from the lid is fused to the plastic from the bottle. It is one object.
I think it's no longer two things.
Hopefully that was a disposable, not like
Yeah,
a
it's just a
reusable.
plastic water bottle. Now I take out pocket knife, cut it in half, like sort of wedge, like shrink one end, wedge it up in the thing, hit it with seal again to see if it merges those two objects.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, it's still very jagged as you had it kind of sitting there, but yes,
Yeah.
they're there now.
You can
Merge.
theoretically use it to fix things.
Mm-hmm.
Make really sturdy walls.
Yes.
Or no, make really fragile walls. Because the flexing of the individual bricks is important.
Mm-hmm.
They're very sturdy in one direction, but not the
Yeah,
other.
yeah, exactly. So what was I told to do?
Oh, I just let you know that the vault was broken into and there's no more tech in there that we can find. Trying to get some gas to power up the building to see if we can find any more information like secondary sites or anything, but...
Well, I took those two guys to safety at the camp. They didn't understand that they can't just take things from the company.
Yeah.
But after I told them, they agreed to come along and leave it.
Okay. currently Rin's grabbing fuel down from the docks. We'll probably need you to defend in case when we start up the building, it just gets attacked.
Then I will come back to that building.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, then I will come back to that building.
Well, actually,
No.
now I found a new function on the portal gun. I might want to go back to where we were earlier to try that on there. If that doesn't work, go back to the Ares building to see if we can find secondary sites. Or we could search for... Yeah, we're
Meet
here
back
all...
up at the Ares building.
Yeah, we're here already. Let's search for secondary sites, then go try the portal again.
Then we'll take off.
Mm. So you're headed back towards there, and you're headed back towards there.
Did everyone back at the camp still have food?
They're planning a military-style campaign. I'm pretty sure they brought food with them.
And it's also
You could probably give them
been a couple hours.
scouting information.
Oh. Have you guys eaten? Been like 2 hours.
no, but it's not been that long. I mean, we just pushed forward, kited some dinosaurs back, and killed them as we went. We were told that diversion, pull it off.
Makes me hungry.
One of the guys is like, "Didn't you just eat a box of pastries?"
They say no such thing. Say, sounds like you better go get the others.
Yep.
We'll all get going. So go get them.
Yep.
Are those the looters talking, or the actual people here with
Looters.
the
They're
bears?
two looters. That convinced me that they're, just regular guys.
Yeah.
And which guys?
And now they're out of the city, and like, they didn't really have a plan besides, let's loot. Now what? I don't know.
They didn't think it would last this long.
Well, now they're safely in a camp full of a bunch of armed mercenaries.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's safe. Unless they're actually like really strong and they just kill this whole camp. In which case, who would have known?
Yeah. Turns out it's an infernal wizard.
But the pair
all
of you
a sudden.
arrive back on the roof.
Huzzah.
Hey,
Did Bob eventually wander up here?
No.
I'm searching for floor by floor for him.
Yeah.
I don't know where he went.
It's about 60 floors.
so I come back with my Einstein hair.
with canisters of fuel on the side of...
Well, I've got it in a portable hole.
Ah.
Go over to the generator, pour that in.
Kiramex is a little cloud
The
shoes.
lights for like the emergency exit and the floodlights and
Lucky
things,
boy.
those all turn on.
I jump like a startled cat.
Good, there's at least that happened.
I
And then
was
I go up,
expecting
and I
that.
go up to the next floor. And I keep searching for Dingus, who disappeared.
But when the lights came on, I wait a few minutes to see if any lightning bolts just start raining down on the building.
There's not enough light for that.
Okay.
It hasn't just powered up the whole building. It has turned on the emergency system. All of the emergency lights, basic things that are supposed to have constant power. Most of the normal office lights and stuff would still all be off.
Jeremy rigged all the spotlights up.
Well, I go down and try to find the server room to see if the servers needed constant power, and they boot back on.
Luck check to pass him in the stairwell.
Go ahead.
20.
Yeah, yeah. So as you're,
wanna
better
go-
yet, you like as you're going from one room to you look up there and you just see them walking down the stairs from.
I just walk over. I'm like, "Where have you been?"
It's
Bruce,
all
turn
all
on
of
the
them at this
generator.
point.
Just like, "Oh, good of you to communicate that." I've been searching for you for the last hour.
You really need a phone.
Yeah. Or we need to pick up some walkie-talkies.
I'm just like,
Good
grenades are
location.
expensive.
Yeah, they are.
That's seriously where all of my money went for tech. As I spent.
No, I'm just looking at. I'm just
3/4
thinking about what you're holding right now as you're talking about expensive.
Just cost so much money.
They're just because I'm rich now doesn't mean they're not expensive.
That's true.
I don't know. In all your searching, did you find any spare cell phones that someone left behind?
Those aren't mine.
Oh, okay. That would be
Did
too
you
obvious.
hear what he just suggested for him? I mean, come on. You just gonna let that thing pass?
Well, we would have a dire need, so we could stomach it so long as we returned it afterwards.
Yeah, we're currently under special proviso by the company, so
Yeah.
acquisition of emergency materials is.
Like, I plan to keep one of these laptops I haven't done and, format it and bring it back up if I need to. But going to...
None of the laptops you found are in a good lasting condition. You've ripped
some,
them all the
some
batteries.
dingus ripped the batteries out of them.
I figure I didn't go through 60 floors worth of laptops and other stuff.
You understand that laptops tend to not stay where you place them. It's almost like people with laptops grab those when they're evacuating.
Yeah, that's why most of what you found was desktops.
Yeah.
And most of the information
I'm just
is not
used to
useful.
my work. Like, there are no desktops. Everyone has a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And most people leave them there when they go home like they are a desktop.
But you get back to the first floor, and you've probably found where the server room is as you were messing around on the first floor. It's another one of the more secured rooms. It has some level of power. Yeah, there are some flashy lights on it.
Go through, do a check, make sure everything's
Why
on.
would there be a... Like, I imagine the emergency lights would be super duper dim. Because everyone here has dark vision. Everyone's an elf or an orc.
The emergency lights are just flood the halls with lights so that they can be at a far end of a hall and there's still dim light.
Oh,
further
so
out.
there's just like half the amount of emergency lights that would normally exist in one of these buildings.
Yes, probably that. Yeah.
Because I'm just sitting there thinking, everyone has dark vision. Why would we have emergency
Remember, when you're
lights?
in darkness, it's still disadvantaged at things. It is still hard to see with darkness.
I would just use bioluminescent paint.
But that would be a whole lot of constant dim. It's just those red emergency exit signs at the end of the hall so you can spot those.
Yes, but all you would need is constant dim, and you don't have to pay for electricity or those, or upkeep. It seems to me that bioluminescent paint would be the way to go in a society where everyone has dark vision. But that's just me thinking inside of boxes.
It would be more readily available if we were dealing with people of the underground with dark vision. All these upper city folk probably don't have the bioluminescent paint.
I just think it would be cheaper than pay for electricity.
Oh yeah, no, it'd probably be more practical, but it'd probably be a solution that underdark people would think
Think
of
about
first.
the corporate kickbacks for running with the electricity company.
So
Yeah,
as
but
The zoning
I go
profits.
back to my laptop and see if I can get in the shared drives and find out more
As
information.
us three knuckleheads argue about
You have no
bioluminescent
access to
paint
the
on
shared
the way
drive from the
down.
laptop that you managed to get into.
I would also warn you that
They are
access
not
to-
even mapped.
access to copyrighted information comes with some pretty hefty penalties, up to and including memory modification via magic.
Yes, but I'm only looking for...
There's probably a form for it.
Yes. I go...
He just points at me and goes, there's a form.
There are a few. You have to fill them out in triplicate. Anything involving mind magic is pretty heavily regulated.
In that case, I can spend the next couple hours going, important looking office to important looking office trying to get into one of the computers and, hack my way in to get access.
Which is a really nice way of finding the office where the knucklehead wrote down the password because he couldn't remember it.
Yeah, important people are stupid people.
I do that at my work. They make me change the password too often, so I just wrote it on a sticky note and smack it on the monitor now.
Yeah.
I don't actually need it, but
I
I
had
put
a-
it there out of spite.
I had one of my older jobs that constantly did it, and I had the list of all the passwords, and the top of it said, "Isn't this secure?"
Exactly.
Theoretically, passwords are to protect from remote people hacking in, not people actually in your building. So yeah, I'm going around office to office looking for that.
Make an investigation check.
They've also changed IS standards to where people aren't supposed to be doing that anymore.
Never supposed to be.
Yeah, it was never supposed
No,
to.
no. I mean, having like a rotating password. They're like, just have one password and never change it.
Make it log. Difficult for a machine to guess.
Fiddle around with my bags like I need to be smart. take some Adderall.
That doesn't give you the brains.
Yeah, no.
Enhanceability, intelligence.
Yeah, exactly.
Not intelligence, but okay.
Focus and concentration.
Why can't it be a fish oiled seed? Why do you got it?
Ginkgo biloba.
Yes.
Yes, it's a little ginkgo biloba.
Either way, enhanceability, intelligence.
It's a Flintstone vitamin.
Okay, but you're gonna like forget most of this part of your life.
Oh, only 10. 18.
So what do you guys do while he's messing around through various corner offices?
Having an in-depth discussion about the economics of bioluminescence versus electricity dependency.
Where do you even get bioluminescence?
It's like they know
Stuff
their fish
glows.
exists.
Yeah, stuff glows.
Well, there's probably stuff in the ocean biomes that we could harvest.
Yeah, probably.
So they're just having an actual, real world conversation while they wait around.
I mean,
love
in that
roleplay.
map, in the blue, I painted dark shadows and put little dots of light for each dark shadow.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, we could probably figure out some way to replicate the ocean bioluminescence. Or
Well, have they
harvest
used
it.
that there?
What?
Have they even used that there?
I don't know, have they?
Have they?
Have you been there?
I'm just saying, glow sticks exist. So
Not
bioluminescence is a thing that is understandable.
Not specifically in my backstory or in the duration of a campaign.
But there's things like TVs, and I'm assuming discovery of some sort.
Yes, but
It's probably him telling us about.
I'm
why
pushing the
it's-
conversation beyond just the animals to the city.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the places that has a city that isn't one of the 3 major urban centers.
Oh.
Oh, we're not going there because of bioluminescence.
You seem really interested in it.
No, we're just arguing because we're bored.
Yeah. They're having an actual conversation while I do work.
Yeah, we
That
just-
seems the best roleplay.
Whilst dunking on the stupidity of
Fido gets you into one of the corner office desks.
Nice. Damn people.
You do have to basically drag that desktop over to the corner and plug it into the outlet that is beneath one of the emergency lights.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that to a lot of computers.
You've probably been waiting until you found... You've just been searching for written down password. You've not been...
So I found Fido. It's like, okay, now bring that over there. Extension cords.
File just a reminder, it's not the password. Doesn't let you in.
Tap that in.
Yeah, lets you in.
Then investigate on computer, see if I can get shared drives
Is
or
the
remote
desktop
sites.
a big picture of a cute, cuddly dog?
25.
And what were you specifically looking for?
I'm trying to find portal gear and off-site locations, if they had any other storehouses with portal gear or anything like that. Or
You find that is... You find basically the exposition layout. You find that basically that is handed out to groups and then retaken between missions, and it is stored in the basement.
so no other place.
So it's possible that 1 or 2 other people had it out on missions just as you were out on a mission, if someone was out on a mission there. So, but that would be...
I also see if I can get into anything about portal tech of closing big portals. If they had anything like that.
Nothing specific coming up.
And then finally I see if I can bring up who had what out where. Like a tracking log of who would have had stuff checked out during the emergency.
Make a luck check.
12.
You find that there are 2 that are logged out, but 1 is logged out to 3876, and 1 is logged out to 193.
I spend like 20 minutes thinking if I can track those numbers down.
Nothing digitally.
God damn paperwork bullshit. It's like, why aren't they digital? Having worked in the city planning office already and all of those files. Okay, I think
the filing cabinet.
I think this is bust. I think they got everything. It's like we have maybe 2 options. If we get out, I can call Hermes and see if they can track down these numbers. I write them down.
Or we can try using the new function on your gun.
And now we'll go try to do that since we've, I think, exhausted the area here.
Yep.
And while I have... I want to make an intelligence check to remember if Yin has been complaining about grenades to see if I can find a weapons shop that we can go liberate some ammunition and other things for him.
Memory is wisdom.
I'm willing to take that chancey too.
Natural 20.
Yeah, I mean there are some stores that you know, but all of those were basically around ground level.
So dangerous, but I do look up some, then write them down. If we're near one of them, I'll let Ian know.
There's a couple not too far from here. This is a business for which a lot of, the main use of it would be from. So, yeah, there's a couple in the area. But
I'll let you know about them and ask if we want to check that.
I say, I can't afford those.
I believe we were given... Well, one, are they corporate-owned or private?
that's a gray area. Technically, they're private, and they're just paying the corporates to be private. Corporations are just, on the payroll for not being...
They're renting.
Yeah. Well, they're renting, but they're private owned. There are no rules against stealing from them. Or, at least, I ask Austin or York if there are. Can we liberate those for our mission?
Rules against it. It's the
There's
level of
rules
enforcement.
against it, yeah.
But we have dispensation to do things. Would that fall under there?
They aren't fully incorporated, and as is a disaster scenario on which we are working on behalf of an incorporated unit, such losses are covered.
Would it be
So
covered
long
by
as-
the company or come out of our cut?
We can't be penalized for such losses.
Yeah. We can totally go rob them. We are doing it.
Shouldn't rob them if we don't need to.
I
Well,
only have
It's meant to be a necessity proviso.
Yes.
I just think
Well,
I
we
only
saw how
have
good the
18 more grenades. That'll last me less than a minute.
Yeah. And we saw how useful the smoke grenades were. I want to pick up some more of those.
Then yes, I can support that.
Yeah. Also, quick question. If I bought a box of enchanted ammunition, like a +1 or +2, is that infinite ammo once I have those?
Yeah.
That might be something to spend. Now, if I were to spend cryptocurrency on that, get a single set, and give everyone some bullets, would we all have infinite ammo of that?
Ryan?
You'd probably have to make individual purchases, but
Okay.
So you have to buy like one for each person, which
Well-
would help me.
Yeah, now I was thinking about it. I'm the only one who almost exclusively uses a gun. Ryan can summon one every once in a while, but
yeah.
chainsaw for the win.
Speaking of that, between me and Genji, and maybe even you guys,
Who I guess is chilling on the roof.
yeah, but I can still talk to him. It's
Yeah.
fine.
There are lookups with psychic communication.
Yeah. Say, having been hit by the lightning bolts, do we have any kind of approximate idea of what the length of the lightning bolt is, as far as how far distance it can go?
Are these 60-foot lines or 120-foot lines?
You'd say more than 30. But I don't know if you've been hit much further than that yet, so you're not.
I don't know. We got hit by the one when it was deep in the forest. That first thing. I expected that one to be at a longer range than
Maybe a bit.
30 to 60.
Alright. I want to test it. See how far away they can shoot.
Okay, you want me to do it?
Uh,
Evasion.
No, I was planning on doing it, but
Well, anyways, we now, I think we're done with areas. Do we want to hit that weapon shop or go to the portal first?
I don't need anything.
If we're going to the portal, we need to arm up on those smoke grenades like you wanted.
Yeah. Okay, then let's get.
You can volunteer information about what's on the street right around this building where they're at.
What, there being dinosaurs down there?
Yes.
Well,
You
we're
can see
going
them.
off the roof.
Oh, if they're dinosaurs down here, then we can go ahead and test this now. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and summon up a sniper rifle. And then I'm going to go ahead and get myself on top of Genji.
And before you leave, resistance
Thank you.
to electricity. Protection from energy specifically.
Alright. So, what dinosaurs can we see from here?
Bunch.
A bunch of different ones?
Yes.
Okay.
T-Rexes, probably some raptors, some
something you could kill in one shot. and
Triceratops,
things that you can't.
Ankylosaurus.
Alright.
You're kind of in like mid-city area. It is just swarming.
Okay. I try to pick one that's not congregated with the rest. That's at least somewhat separate.
Not around here.
Well, they're all piled on top of each other?
Yeah, they're going to be within 20 or 30 feet of another at any point.
Then I pick one that's on the edge of the grouping.
Wisdom check of they will all turn and lightning you.
I mean, there's no real edge, but you can...
Oh,
You're in the middle of the city.
yeah.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
They're equally dispersed. You'd have to fly that way for like an hour to find an edge.
Not that far, but you would basically have to fly towards the edge of the city because they are congregating within the urban center.
Okay.
Specifically in the area around where the tear is. Which you're fairly close to here within this area. You're within a block of it.
Okay.
So can we just go and close up the tear real quick before you start pissing them off? And we don't no longer have a chance to sneak up on them.
Yeah.
After going up with them and using my scope and checking stuff out, do I believe there's anything close to the tear, like a building with a window, even though there are more dinosaurs down there that I might be able to shoot from and reach?
I mean, there are a number of buildings that have windows all around.
And you're on portal closing duty.
Yeah.
You don't get to shoot things.
Well, that's what I meant. Can the wraith thing reach from any of the windows to that? So if we were to sneak into a building and fire the proton pack from there, and it's 30-foot
range.
line.
So you're thinking as far as the tear down on ground level, not the one you've already messed with.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there are spots where you could close sections of it by breaking open windows, yeah.
Let's say we try that to see if the seal function will just break it off or draw the entire back up into itself.
Or close down a larger portion than the 5 foot.
Yeah. So, if we can, fly to an opposite side of the building, if there are opposite sides that have less dinosaurs,
Probably not.
or just fly to their roof way up here, then go down the building and get to it.
Okay. And so you break open a window.
Oh, we still got dinosaurs that are like on top of the roofs, right? Like
Over near where he
yeah, where we had our smoke
shrunk the...
with the smoke bomb encounter.
Yeah.
Okay, so on top of the roof there was only like 1 or 2 dinosaurs, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But he doesn't want to go there.
Oh, he's going someplace else.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a test to see if Shrink we know breaks the portal into pieces and gets it smaller. I wonder if Seal will draw from the other end until it gets back to there and go boop and disappear. That's why I want to shoot from one of the windows. And we'll cut out glass and stuff to make it silent as possible to see if we can do that without getting hit by lightning.
You would still be on eye level with some of the like T-Rexes or something at that point.
Oh, I keep thinking the portal is being like 30 to 40 feet up above the road. Or is it like...
No, for a lot of it, it is like you could walk and you would be in it. And a lot of it near the ground, it is going from the ground maybe up 30 feet.
Somebody
So-
was down there with a proton pack.
If you recall with the trolls, they put their hands in and they physically were able to rip it open.
I did not remember that.
Yeah.
So in this area, it's much denser populated, it is still just ripped wide open.
Okay, so these dinosaurs ripped it open as it's coming through, some of them being taller than others.
Yes.
Okay. Man, I can't... Even if I did invisibility, that would wear off as soon as I fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just have to go and do it. You're quibbling over something. We just gotta go to it. There's nothing that we can do to limit. We can only limit the danger so much. We just have to go and do it.
No, I believe Ryan going down in the initial encounter were to prove that we can't take 90 lightning bolts to the face.
Yeah, we're not going to. We're going to keep mobile, but we still have to do something.
Because that wasn't what you were trying to do.
Mobile doesn't work. They can just point and shoot.
You can use the buildings as cover.
I don't know. Can you drop a ball of darkness on a bunch of them and see how they react?
Yes.
How far do you drop darkness from?
Well, I'm not planning on doing that, at least at the moment.
Okay.
Because
Like,
Okay,
I'm
so far what
capable
we've
of it.
decided is nothing is going to happen. We can't do anything.
I'm currently my plan is to go ahead and
test
start
range limits.
start shooting them with a sniper rifle and see whether or not I can actually outrange their lightning attacks. That's my idea, and I can maybe draw them off if I can get them all coming after me.
Okay, we'll give that a go.
Alright. Let's do a couple things before I start firing at them. Because I got lightning protection, so that's good. I'll go ahead and use one of my second level slots to cast Armor of Agathis at level 2. Give me 10 extra temporary hit points.
I'll spend a spell slot to re-up mine, and everyone gets 7 plus int 5,
12,
13.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one more point.
Yes, refresh everyone's temp HP to 13.
I don't think I lost any.
So are you going to test this on these ones on the ground, or are you going back up to the roof where there was an isolated number of them?
Yeah.
Or are you going to the outskirts where there are most of them? Where
I'll
are
go
you?
ahead and try the guys on the roof since
Yeah,
there's...
Okay, so you go back towards the roof where you'd originally done your thing.
Yep.
And what is your goal? What are you trying to do with that? How are you trying to test this?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick one, and then I'm going to shoot it with a sniper rifle at max range, and then see if it tries to fire its lightning breath at me and try
What's
to
your
get...
range?
For the sniper rifle, it is 2,000 feet.
Yeah, it doesn't reach you.
Yeah.
But does it fire back, and we can try to guesstimate the range based on that?
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily fire back towards you, because at that range, it's not really sure where that came from, but those were pretty jumpy dinosaurs. It got hit, it just blasted lightning through the side of the building.
Well, we keep poking at them to get a good gauge on how far that goes. or until these Triceratopses die from sniper rifle fire.
Starting that far away and judging forward, they would die first.
Alright.
Because it is significantly less than 2,000 feet.
Alrighty.
Well,
I'll go ahead.
The point is, I will go off onto another vector angle so that I can see it from the side to measure how far that lightning goes before it peters out.
Where's the point? We could probably clear out
It somewhat varies from time to time. Interestingly enough, it's not like some sort of mechanical game effect that it is an exact length of distance every time you Nimrod.
I'm sorry, a lightning bolt goes exactly
even
we're mages, we know it goes to a third.
No, it doesn't.
If it is a variable effect, we can at least try to determine like a potential.
The farthest we see it go out.
Yeah,
It's
potential.
definitely less than like 100 feet.
So
Okay.
why don't
Okay,
we
so
just
500 is good, so I can actually double fire on these guys without taking disadvantage.
So why don't we just go and clear out an intersection?
Yeah. That is now the plan. We're up on top of buildings, probably over 100 feet high. just start unloading on them down in the street. See if they can fire back.
Well, I mean, they'll fire up towards you, and many more will pour out from the cracks from the tear as space is allocated for them.
Okay. Well, we've learned a new thing. We can kill these all day long. They seem to just
You
keep
gotta
reproducing.
kill the spawner.
Yeah.
Basic Minecraft here, man.
We really should have learned. We learned that the other spawners, if you can kill all you want, more will just come out.
Yeah, well, no one liked my suggestion of just starting to close stuff and keep moving.
Do you look around here while you're on this roof where you were before?
Yeah.
What do you do?
We'll set up the shrink grow portal to look for the thing
take some
since it
time.
wasn't sealed.
But you notice a few little spots where it looks like it's been broken apart, but because you didn't, say, start at one end and work your way down, where when you started at an end, it broke it to each side, and then when you started another end, you've shrunk it down to a lot, and so there's a few different points where you still have little pinholes.
Well, I'll switch, mark really carefully where that is, switch over to portal seal and start trying to hit those.
And yeah, you can individually seal those, but as they were that, you have to basically seal each one.
Yes.
I feel like we just need to go and keep moving and do it, because we can't stop them from spawning in. We can't kill them fast enough. We have to just go and start sealing them. There's nothing that we can do.
The problem with that is we can't move and close portal. We'll move, close portal, then it'll be their turn, and they'll all fire lightning on us.
No, I'll move, you'll close portal, I'll move again.
And then they're only firing lightning on you.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, we're on the same broom. It's the same thing with him and Genji. I would act as the mount.
But you move, he fires portal, they have a turn before you get to move again.
Okay, then when I move, he fires portal, then he can move it.
No, because one of you is controlling it.
Okay, so you need...
You can't both fly the broom and get it to double fly.
Then he mounts me. I'm a mount now.
Okay.
And I follow the same rules as Genji.
That's not how you work.
Anyways, I could just get on Genji, have Genji move, fire the thing, have Genji go back again.
Without total cover, you're still going to get shot.
Well, I would be in one of the buildings.
Only lasts 30 feet.
Oh, yeah. Genji's move is huge.
Oh, what? Stick and move, and streak a little bit, and streak a little bit, and streak a little bit.
That's kind of my...
As he literally just darts in and out of a building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only plan I got. You can't be out in the street at the end of your turn.
So many tiny little pinholes.
Well, that's shrink. Maybe seal works differently. We don't know what seal does. It's made these individual pulses thing, but we haven't seen what it does to a tear.
I picked up major image during my level up. I could maybe create a distraction to get the dinosaurs to go off.
The dinosaurs are pretty dumb.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
once they leave, Adam's going to spawn in more because space is cleared up.
No. The idea would...
You get a message.
Yes?
Your couple of fellows ran off into the woods as something attacked the front of the shield.
Oh, well. We cannot help them. They must put their faith in their own skills.
Okay, major image, that's something we can work up. So the tear goes up in some. So if we put a major image slightly below that of just a ceiling, they're morons.
Isn't the smarter thing just to make a bunker out of the rock? Major image a rock over you, shoot through the rock.
Yeah.
If anything, they're going to shoot it where the laser beam's coming out of the rock, which is not where you are.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You got illusion spells. They're dinosaurs. They're not super intelligent.
Yeah. I did not know
Dinosaurs are so intelligent.
I did not know we had access to major illusion.
But what about a wheelbarrow?
That'd be my guess. Is just like make a big thing that blocks you and then shoot through the image.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone thaumaturgy, a big noise on the other side, have out the lightning thing, major image, and I'll try to shrink from this window.
Okay, then let's just do that then.
Yeah.
I'm willing to try that.
Okay. So thus far I have you down in the restaurant where you worked your way down to close up all the little...
Well, the rest we don't... There's nothing else there.
When we close all those,
Yes.
we'll have to go to like the next building over where the thing continues.
Okay.
Can we get 30 feet from there?
I will allow you to find a spot not too dangerous where you can at least access a chunk of the open portal.
That's all we need. So,
Okay.
thaumaturgy on the other side, major image on me while I'm out there, and I'll try closing it.
I'm just giving you a section from a window to see what you can do.
Right.
Also, I don't know if we want to blow these high-level spells on something that we're going to have to instantly move. So we might want to make sure that it's not something where we close this section and then have to move.
You gotta spend spells to,
yes,
succeed.
but this, if we have to instantly move after this, like this isn't a drawstring. This area is closed. We need to move somewhere else. All those spells that we spent will be wasted.
Yes, but we'll
Thaumaturgy is
have...
a cantrip.
Yeah, and we'll have...
Yeah, I'm talking about the higher level ones.
Yeah.
Then we'll have more information, go back and sleep and try something different tomorrow.
Well, I can just short rest.
Yes.
You can catnap.
I don't have that prepared, so... But yeah, so we'll try that to see if it's a drawstring or it just breaks another piece off.
Well, depends on the thing. As long as I'm holding concentration, I can use my action to move the image. So long as it's within my range. So every turn I could go ahead and spend another action to have it slowly move forward with us.
Yeah.
Well, let's just do that then.
Yeah.
So, get it to portal close. Thaumaturgy away from us.
Portal seal, you mean?
Portal seal.
Okay.
Thaumaturgy away from us to see if we can draw off, bait any lightning. And then major image of a big rock face on us. All...
In the side of a building.
The dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say if we wanted, I can have it be like a boulder and then make it look like the building's like partially destroyed as it rolls through. I mean, it'll fix itself once we leave the area, but dinosaur
Exactly.
probably won't recognize it.
They're like bird smart. They're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
Warning bond.
Is that like the third time today you've cast that?
Yes,
Mm.
it is.
Okay, so let's try closing this down.
Okay. So what do you so you portal seal on this end?
Yes.
Um,
Does it draw up or does it break in half?
the torn edges sort of straighten their way up, and it neats itself in its nice open position.
You sealed it open.
Nuts.
It can't get any bigger.
Yes.
Yeah. It only does it for a section right around where you did it.
So,
Okay, so we just have to keep shrinking. And then seal it closed.
again, my intelligence, I've worked this through, I don't believe that's how that... I mean, with the image, we may be able to sneak through and... So,
Just keep sealing, yes.
so this is a nice, neat tear now. Not tear, just straight lines. And then I hit it with portal shrink, I guess. Does that seal it shut?
Oh, it doesn't shrink.
Oh, god damn it.
You've sealed it.
Unseal?
That's not an option.
You don't have a 6 button on this device you got.
Reverse the polarity on the seal. Whatever combo the seal is, reverse that combo.
Yeah, reverse seal.
Yeah, I will see if I can mess with stuff to get it to unseal, but did I just make a permanent dinosaur hole in the middle of the city?
Far as you can tell with the options you have right here, I mean, maybe it wears off after a bit.
Well, how big is the area that he stabilized?
It's probably about 5 feet. It's not that big.
Yeah, then yeah, if you just steal everything around it, that hole doesn't... That's a scenic view.
That's a scenic view that occasionally lightning shoots out of. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. We'll put a mirror up in front, solve the whole problem.
Build a lightning collector.
Exactly. That powers our city.
Just
I
build
mean,
a
we
building
didn't want
around
it in the middle of this block, but we'll put some
Yeah, new green energy.
Hey,
method.
we own all of this real estate. We can redo it.
Okay, so let's use the minor illusion or the major illusion to float around and seal up as much stuff as we can.
Well, shrink it, but yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
whatever.
So you are now, as a group, inside of a rolling boulder, shooting lasers outside of it as you go,
I mean, we could
quickly getting disadvantaged lightning bolts at your group as a whole.
We could we've got enough space that we could bring the parts that we're sealing into the boulder as we.
Yeah,
shoot at
so it
them,
looks
right?
like the boulder's rolling along and it's just sealing as it rolls.
Okay.
It's a 20-foot cube.
That's pretty big. Yeah, so we just as we eat the hole, we start sealing it up. The dinosaur is going to randomly shoot rocks with lightning.
We have
This rolling rock that is very
not rolling, just sort of smoothly gliding along.
It's clipping.
Yes, they are going to shoot it with lightning.
Yeah.
These jumpy dinosaurs who have shot lightning at smoke, who have shot lightning at odd sounds, who have shot lightning at whatever, yes, they are. They are absolutely going to just start firing lightning blindly into it, which totally gives them disadvantage.
I was also going to say you just constantly have Bob thaumaturging the other side of the road to see if they are more
Some-
reactive to the loud noises than
And
the
some
smoothly.
absolutely will. But you're going through the height of where they are. You're not on a little roof that has 4. You're in the middle of a city where you're surrounded immediately by 37 of them. As you are, we'll say at this point that you're calculating this mathematically, you're getting ready to climb out of a window that you've cut a hole through.
Yeah, it's just I don't think we can do it this way. We need to find a better way.
This is the only way that's working.
No,
So
this
you're-
is the only way we've found so far, and it leads to death.
It does not lead to death. Don't be a baby.
Ryan, what does it lead to?
Not death.
No, I'm still good.
This is a concentration spell. If they hit you and you go unconscious, what happens to their cover?
It disappears.
Yeah.
It's fine. Stop being a baby.
No, Bob, we are not ending the campaign because you dislike us thinking about how to do something smart.
We've spent over an hour discussing how to do the thing. We decided a way to do the thing. And now that we're doing the thing, you're like, no, let's abandon it and spend more time
No.
faffing about for something that we cannot fix any other way.
We don't know we can't fix it anyway, and we spent an hour discussing how we would try something. We tried it, and it didn't work, so now we need
So
to
how
go
much
back
did
to...
we close up before this happened?
About 150 feet.
Yeah, see, it's working fine.
Out of,
Mile.
literally 5,000 plus feet.
I don't know. Are you able to summon animals to go and harass the dinosaurs off?
Yes.
Hmm.
I could summon animals to agitate the dinosaurs away from us.
But again, I would want to go back to base camp, try to formulate a new plan that can close all of this
Okay.
at once.
With me and Vic running distractions, how many lightning bolts go through the boulder in the 150 feet that we do?
No, the 150 feet was what was done before.
Yeah,
That
from
was
up
the-
there.
Oh,
The burning
so we
part.
haven't even tried it.
No.
So can we figure out, like, mathematically, how many would go through the boulder if Vic and I both ran distraction tactics?
It was 37, maybe
I could summon
20.
up to 22 little creatures, which could then be running around trying to dodge things all around.
I would say 20 lightning bolts that each one of them could drop us alone.
So, Nick, where are you getting this 20 number from?
I'm extrapolating from his, I calculated out 37. With the extra distractions, I'll move that down to 20-ish.
He cut it in half.
Yeah.
So all of Vic's distractions and all of my distractions?
Yes, your
I couldn't summon
distractions
all
only
of them
gave
at-
us just
I couldn't
37.
summon them all at the same time.
Yeah,
Okay,
and they only last, what, a minute?
An hour.
Yeah.
so we would
But
have
I
to
imagine
do
they die much faster.
Yeah.
20 lightning bolts at disadvantage to hit us, and I can give Ryan the elemental resistance and the protection from energy thing for another 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm saying 2 wrong saves, even with the energy, we still go down.
Maybe.
I'm saying there's enough bolts that it's likely we will die. I want to figure out a better plan. So says my character and me.
I don't think we will die. I think you're being a baby.
I mean, I probably wouldn't die.
I definitely
So
will
he's
die.
chunky enough to do it. You two have evasion, and you'll be getting advantage on your saving throw against it.
Yeah.
You
Also
have-
that.
You also have resistance
Also that.
to all damage.
That and if I end up failing saving throws, then I can re-roll them.
So
All I'm saying is my big numbers say this is a bad plan. So
Yes,
says the
but-
DM.
yeah, our big number is not taking into account the fact that it's not likely to hit us.
I've yet to hear the DM say this is a bad plan.
He's
And
literally
also-
said that.
He has not literally said that.
I've not literally said it. I've
Exactly.
heavily implied it.
Yes.
Also, okay, so
It
he
hasn't
has
gone wrong
disadvantage.
yet.
We
It was
have
never possible.
He has disadvantage. We have advantage. I don't, and we
Hey,
also
you
have
said-
things distracting. So
you said we got what?
Technically, it's just that you guys have advantage because they don't roll, you roll.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But also, we're going to be able to distract off a significant
How
portion.
many dinosaurs did you say there were?
37.
In this immediate spot right here, 37. If you go down from this building to the ground, you know,
And also, we can go.
say 5 floors below where you're currently at.
We also can go
when
above.
you
like,
say
we're
in
all
this immediate
flying
spot,
too.
do you
As in, without looking around any corners of what is around the next block as you try to move it all.
are they all adjacent?
And they're close.
They're within, say, 15 or 20 feet of each other.
Oh, okay. So they're not like that close.
No.
Okay.
They're not packed in, but they're around.
They seem to have a good feel for where they level themselves out to give each other space. Some other things that you probably more specifically notice is that there are things that are like Tyrannosaurus rexes and velociraptors and things like Ankylosaurus and Triceratops, and they're not eating each other.
Yes, they're not eating each other, which is super weird because some of those are meat eaters.
Oh.
Yeah, meaning they won't necessarily attack your distractions.
Maybe we should just go ahead and have our image be one of these lightning dinosaurs, and maybe they won't attack us.
How long does a major image last?
10 minutes. So we could pretend to be a fake dinosaur for
I say
a
it's
while.
worth a try.
Yeah, I'd say we stay up here, you fake image that, and have it wander around roaring and doing stuff.
We don't have a whole lot of them.
Again, he takes short rests, and we don't have to get it all done this day. We can,
How long do you want to sit around doing nothing?
like, a week to get this closed from safety.
Every day that we delay, we lose money.
I am willing to lose money to stay alive.
See, this is why you'll never be a great adventurer.
But yeah, I can do 2 of these for every time I get a short rest.
Yeah. So let's put down one of the lightning dinosaurs and have it roaring and
we'll give you a little time as you're sitting up here discussing things in this 5th story room to determine that. As we're going to call it here, and we'll let you choose whether or not to actually put the plan into action when we return next time.
Okay.
Can we just put a timestamp on it that's like, from this point forward, nothing happens, skip to the next episode?
Lots happens. Lots of discussion is made, and careful determination is gone over. That is a lot of what D&D is.
I'm going to go and find this episode and just make a comment that says, from this is when things stop happening. This was the decision reached, is we're going to try a dinosaur image.
That's great. Thanks for the comments. We really appreciate it.
So level 9?
No, but you can roll for cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Just make sure you pin it. You got to pin that comment to the top there, Adam. So everyone knows not to waste their time.
A 2.
Could be worse.
Got 1.
3.
I got a 9.
See, they all got garbage, and you got a great number. See,
I think
I'm
that actually
still
puts-
10 below everyone else.
What are you at?
59.
You're above
you're
me.
above him.
Oh. See,
me
this
too.
is what happens when you faff about.
Thank you for joining. Join us next time as we see what they actually do. Bye.